next speaker is going to be Miriam Akrut from AI.Energy. So she is standing at the forefront of an emerging intersection, believe it or not, between artificial intelligence and mining capital projects. So her company is really looking to enhance efficiency and innovation in project engineering roles within the mining sector. So Miriam and her team have a really rich background, which I'll let her talk a little bit more about how we can connect and really leverage the power of AI toward mining capital projects. Miriam, over to you.
Thank you very much, Erica, for the introduction, and hello, everyone. So today I'd like to share with you our perspective on how we can fight engineering talent challenges in mining capital projects, and all of that leveraging the power of AI. So, I'll start off with mining projects challenges with a focus on talent crisis. And from there, I'll walk you through how we think AI can be a remedy for talent management crisis. So mining capital projects are crucial for securing energy supplies, facilitating the transition to more sustainable energy sources, as well as driving economic expansion. However, they present significant challenges for mining companies, including technical complexity, intensive resource requirements, as well as challenges associated with talent management, which will be, as we said, the focus of today's discussion. So when we say talent management, it generally involves 5 key dimensions: recruitment and onboarding, learning and development, performance management, compensation, benefits, and retention, as well as succession planning. So in capital projects, the key challenges associated with talent management pertain to recruitment, retention, and succession planning. And to be more specific, capital projects suffer from a shortage of engineering talent, high turnover rate, as well as a loss of project knowledge when professionals decide to leave. So all of this results in significant delays in projects and extensive cost overruns for all project stakeholders, whether they are investors, clients, contractors, vendors, etc. So with that in mind, now I'd like to share our perspective on how we think AI can fight back the talent management crisis we have discussed earlier. So when we talk about mining projects, we think about the wide array of engineering data formats that we may encounter. So anything from mechanical data sheets to calculation notes to specifications to process flow diagrams, etc. So all this variety of data is actually makes mining companies or mining capital projects ideal for AI implementation. So the complexity, variety, and size of this data is critical for developing AI models that are specific to mining capital projects. They are also vital to enhancing the accuracy of these models, as well as reducing risks associated with overfitting of these models. So currently, and as you might see it on the bar chart, mining engineers are overburdened with the need of handling vast amounts of data, which actually distracts them from core engineering skills. And when I say core engineering skills, I specifically talk about problem solving and innovation. So implementing AI has the potential to rebalance how engineering skills are being utilized in mining capital projects. So by automating the labor-intensive process of data extraction and analysis, AI enables faster and more efficient handling of data without the need of having engineers intervene in each and every step of the process. This all enables mining engineers, whether they are from project teams or discipline engineers, to focus on what they do best, which which in my opinion and in the opinion of most engineers we have surveyed is problem solving and innovation. So in practice, how does that work? So the transformation of engineering work begins with training AI models on mining specific knowledge. So AI models are trained on mining industry international codes and standards, mining companies standards and procedures, as well as project specific requirements. So all of this enables AI models to actually match engineers' competencies. So they would display similar reasoning capabilities, comparable project-specific and industry knowledge, as well as would allow the AI models to do equivalent tasks or to do tasks that are equivalent to what mining engineers are currently doing. So tying this back to the challenges we have discussed earlier. So sorry, voila. Yes. So tying this back to what we have discussed earlier, this allows, by implementing AI, companies would be able to minimize engineering talent shortage, as well as mitigating the effects of high personnel turnover and risks associated with business continuity. So I don't think we're going to have time to go into a lot of details, but what I can present for the next 2 or 3 minutes is that as part of our company, we can support mining companies drive success in their capital projects in 2 ways. One is through our proprietary AI models that actually understand the mining industry complexities. They understand specific standards and procedures for mining, as well as the complexities of project execution. And all of this, I don't know if you are able to see the slides because I see my face rather than
No,
the
we can
slide.
see them. We can see
Okay,
the whole
perfect.
slide. You're good.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, I don't see the last part of the slide, but what I can say is that the first part, which is industry specific, is where our proprietary AI model are able to provide. And then we have a customized model that would allow our AI models to actually learn about our clients' data and customize the service according to our clients' data. So that's in terms of AI, our proprietary AI models. Now, in terms of our software suite, we have 3 software that are powered by these AI models that actually assist engineers, as we said, to focus on what they do best. So the first software assists engineers in answering technical queries. The second software assists mining project teams in tender evaluations, and the third software assists in engineering, construction, and commissioning documentation review. So I hope I'm still on time. So I'd like to encourage everyone that would be interested in, or any company that would be interested in driving success in their capital projects, to reach out to us to see how we can support them drive success in their projects. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Miriam. I mean, I think you've given us so much to think about here. You've got sort of the heart of it, which is the AI, and then you've got the software that sits around it. And I understand that you've customized that to the needs of the mining industry. Is that right?
Exactly. That's exactly it. And so our AI models have been trained on mining specific data, which makes them understand everything related to, the engineering documentation of mining, the procurement processes of mining, as well as the construction and the commissioning of these development projects whenever they are finalized.
So there's potential to save time, save money, keep the accuracy, but you're not replacing the people. Is that correct? You're positioning this as a tool to help them concentrate on the higher value tasks. I'd love for you to just maybe expand on that a little bit of what this looks like.
Yeah, exactly. So when I have started, I have started as an oil and gas project engineer. And when I first started, most of my tasks were going through engineering documentation, extracting information, and trying to reason according to that extracted information, which is interesting, but it was not up to my expectations as a fresh graduate engineer. And so I think that engineers' studies and engineers' mindset is very much about reasoning, is very much about innovation, is very much about um, uh, thinking outside the box, not spending most of their time going through documentation and extracting information. And this is where I think the value of AI comes into picture, because it allows them to focus on what they do best and what they have been hired for and what they have studied for. So that's, I think, so just to tie it back to your question, no, it's not replacing engineers, and I'm an engineer. uh, so this is not replacing me, but this is actually helping me focus on what I have been trained for, which is thinking outside the box, reasoning, and solving problems.
Love that. And thank you for sharing your own personal story, Miriam. And I'm sure our leadership speakers would agree that if you want to retain good talent, you give them interesting things to do and you give them tools to
Exactly.
support them to do their work in a really effective way. So this is so
Exactly.
compelling what you've created here, Miriam. And I'm sure there are some people in the audience that are interested to learn more about it. So what is the next step that they can take to learn about your solutions and how they might be able to contribute or accept the value of trying out some of your tools in their company?
Yeah, that's a good question, because a lot of mining companies that have been involved in development projects have actually historical data from these projects, whether they are engineering documentation, vendor documentation, as-built, etc., that are sitting in databases, incurring storage costs and not adding any value to the
Mm.
companies. So, and this is actually where our solution comes into picture, because we are trying to valorize this data in a way that future projects or current projects actually learn from all this historical data, all the lessons that have been learned throughout past development projects, and make sure that the same risks or issues are not repeated, and that we are able to actually leverage all the knowledge that have been acquired across these projects in order to fast track the new project. So this is, it's all about data, and it's all about valorizing historic data that is now, as I said, incurring costs rather than adding value to companies.
That is so compelling, Miriam. I just love that the fact that all of that historical data has value that is not being leveraged right now, and you can help make that happen. I'm sure that's something that lots of our audience would love to hear about. So please, let's make sure that we put your contact info in the chat. Sandra, if
Sure.
you can just pop that in there. There's so much to talk about here, Miriam. I'm sure we could unpack it all day. We are going to move to our next speaker, and
Thank you
really
very
thank
much.
you so much for being with us, Miriam. Great job.
Thank you.